are we focusing too much on products rather than people? Vis-a-vis a service sector which is largely dependent on its people or the human resource or the human capital, right? So that reminds me of a story, very short one, some of you would have heard. So it was in 1990s when a company by the name of The Limited, it was a retail organization in US, it was facing severe crisis, and product sales were going down, stock prices were going down. So the CEO, Les Wexner, he decided, why not I visit some of my friends who are CEOs of some of the, good companies, so-called great companies. So he visited Jack Welch of GE. And on the other hand, he also visited Steven Spielberg to ask, how do you really get your creative people to work together? Because sometimes people say creative people, they do not gel in a team. So what is the secret of your success? He also, talked to the then CEO of PepsiCo. He asked one or two common questions to each one of them. How much time do you spend in checking your sales? So each one of them said, except obviously Steven Spielberg, maybe once or twice a month. He was aghast. I check my sales almost twice a day. So he said, how much time do you really spend on checking new product concepts? And they say occasionally, and that too when a product is really big. What about new ads? They say, sometimes we do check, but we have a team in place to check them. So a CEO need not be bothered for that. So the question he asked, what do you do as a CEO? So they said, almost half of our time I spend on my people. Why? Because if I have the right people in right place, be it a manufacturing sector, be it a service sector, or be a startup, my job is done. So Les Wexner came back and he said, I was almost spending all my time on picking sweaters being their product. And now I've shifted to picking the right people. So what Prashant said, how do you manage your wide spectrum of demography, which you have within your organization? Now therein comes the role of top management. And to give you a public sector perspective, when I talk about Indian Oil in particular, as our guest speakers were telling in the morning, it works like a swan. So it's quite still at the top, but vigorously shaking under the water. So how do we assure that our product reaches, say, 40,000 customer touch points all over India? We have 500 locations. What do we do to motivate and engage our talent, which is placed at over 500 locations in Indian Oil? The key lies when a new executive, like all of my friends at the back, when you join us, we see you as our future directors and chairmen. So the difference between a short-term talent development and a long-term talent development is, we don't see you to develop you for a certain job. We see you as occupying our pivotal positions in future. So the talent development story of Indian Oil, basically, I would be happy to share in our board of directors today, including our chairman. All of them joined as an engineer trainee or a management trainee sometime in IOCL. And we do have a HR director sitting in the board of Indian Oil. So the real key in nurturing the talent, engaging them, is actually to invest in them. So the products would be made, the supplies would be made. One small example before I close. In the recent Chennai floods, you would have seen, power was not there. And people were using boats instead of cars, right? And one thing which was quite popular at Chennai was, while power is not there, Wi-Fi is available, right? what people did not realize, and I would like to share with the house, that apart from Wi-Fi, LPG was also available in the homes of people. And therein lies the power of our people, the employees. So how do we connect them? Across 500 locations, therein comes the organizational values. The values of care, passion, innovation, and trust. The value we nurture. Thank you so much.
Great.